Okay, it's another episode of Tyranny Busters. We're going to try to pull a layer of tyranny off of that onion in your head. We're peeling the tyranny off one layer at a time. This is about Rand Paul on the issues. And a lot of my libertarian friends think Rand Paul is somewhat of a libertarian. They kind of give him the attributes of Ron Paul, which they're really not there. Okay, let's go down his issues here real quick. Second Amendment supports the right to bear arms 100%. Does that mean he'll repeal 20,000 gun laws? I don't think so. Immigration, just like Donald Trump, big border fence, no citizenship for illegals. Boy, I can make you a lot of promises here. No citizenship for illegals and a border fence. Well, border fence, build a big border fence. That's more government, Rand Paul. Lots more government, big border fence. And guess what happens when you build a border fence? And of course, people like Rand Paul have been promising border fences for 30, 40, 50 years. They do a little bit and they just move the problem around. And anyway, you get a border fence that still come across at the weakest point. So blah, 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 Rand Paul, immigration. Abortion, 100% pro-life. So that means he's going to have federal constitutional amendment prohibit any kind of abortion because he's 100% pro-life, or no, he's not 100% pro-life because wait till you go see his exceptions. Does he have exceptions for rape, etc., incest, whatever? 100% pro-life, no thanks, he's not. And I don't think we need a guy that wants to outlaw abortion in the first trimester. Let's see, taxes. Oh boy, he's got a fair and flat tax. His brand of slavery is only 14.5%. Rand Paul, take a look at the Constitution and you'll see that the fruits of people's labor is actually property. And you still can't tax property in this country by the federal government unless it's apportioned. But this slave tax, you got your fair and flat brand at 14.5%. And still, they'll steal your house and lock you up. You don't give them the fruits of your labor. Well, here's the great promiser. Balance the budget. Elect Rand Paul, I'll balance the budget. Marriage, no government involvement. Why, thank you. Healthcare, he's going to repeal Obamacare, supports the free market, and But let's see, Mr. Rand Paul, where is this free market you support? Federal government's been messing around in the healthcare for 100 years, including the mandatory restriction of how many doctors go to medical school, licensing, demanding that hospitals treat people no matter what when they show up, forcing insurance companies to cover pre-existing condition, on and on and on. No foreign aid to those who hate us. Oh, just our friends. Let's give money from poor people in this country to rich people in other countries because they're our friends. Now, that's what Rand Paul's daddy, Ron Paul, says that you're doing with foreign aid, taking money from poor people in this country and giving it to rich people in poor countries. But Rand Paul, only for our buddies. Last resort on war must be constitutionally declared. Except for sanctions. Rand Paul supports sanctions, and Rand Paul sanctions are an act of war. And thank you for state and local control of education. That's what these federal tyrants have been telling us for decades, that the state and local control exists. We just got a little bit of money that we help them out with, which come with all the strings and control. Privacy. Okay, he did something good on the Patriot Act. Give him that. Federal Reserve. Oh, let's just audit the Fed. The Fed is the big tyrant that's responsible for all the smaller tyrannies that we live under, and but we're going to audit them. Ron Paul, we're going to get rid of the Fed. Bill of Rights. He defends all 10 amendments. So isn't that special? So how about all these federal laws about, you name it, from A to Z, restricting people's political speech, and Federal Election Commission, and It goes on and on and on with what's the other one? FEC reports, who gave what to who. You gotta let us know what anybody gave us more than $200, and you're going to repeal all those unconstitutional laws. Rand Paul, huh? 10th Amendment. 10th Amendment. Let's see what else is in the 10th Amendment you're going to deal with. You're going to let everybody know that they have the right of trial by jury, that they can end all these victimless crimes. Oh, no, you just want to lessen the punishment for victimless crimes. I see. Okay, Rand Paul, I'm supposed to be enamored, endeared to you. No, thank you. No, thank you, Rand Paul. You're the same as Donald Trump. And if we're going to have the same as Donald Trump, he's probably better at it than you. Thank you very much. This has been Tyranny Busters.